Hello, I'm Brad Stubbe, Sheriff of Manatee County.
And I'm Dave Bristow. Welcome to Sheriff's Patrol. Coming up on our show, a family finally gets closure, and we'll show you how to protect yourself against a popular scam. But first on Sheriff's Patrol, synthetic marijuana is a dangerous designer drug known as Spice or K2. And up until recently, you could simply walk into many convenience stores around the county and buy the stuff. As Randy Warren reports, MSO is cracking down on the sale of synthetic marijuana.
Dave, here's what it looks like. Under a variety of brand names, and there are dozens of them out there, we have K2, Spice, Scooby Snacks. How about Mr. Nice Guy? But as we're finding out, there is nothing nice about it.
There's two stores that we're hitting today that both stores are under the same ownership.
Until recently,
Right now they're reading the search warrant.
convenience stores like this one
We have one clerk inside, so they're just reading the search warrant to him.
were an easy marketplace for these deceptive and dangerous products.
A lot of places used to sell this stuff out in the open. Now a lot of them kind of try to hide it a little bit because they know there's a lot of chemicals in there they may not know about that are illegal now. So they're a little bit more surreptitious about selling this stuff to just anyone who walks in.
But deputies are checking the shelves
We've got a lot of synthetic marijuana, synthetic drugs.
and back rooms,
Yeah, we got 3 big crates back there.
making serious efforts to reduce the sale
Right now we're just looking for records of sale and things of that nature.
and hopefully the consumption of synthetic marijuana
A ton of it.
and other manufactured drugs.
We know they've sold Schedule I narcotics in the last couple months, and we have probable cause to believe that they're still doing it. So that's why we're going after the inventory they still have.
Deputies have also seen the popularity of bath salts on the rise in Manatee County, a synthetic substance compared to cocaine, snorted or injected through needles with similar, often deadly results.
These synthetic chemicals that are put in this stuff are causing kids to have serious psychoactive issues after smoking some of this stuff.
Some drug experts say these designer drugs are like PCP. Depending on the blend, they can be 5 to 10 times more powerful than the real stuff.
I've heard a lot of stories about kids having to be checked into mental hospitals because they've had such a negative reaction to this stuff. You know, whether it's one-time use or over time, they're really having a lot of mental issues and psychological breakdowns after smoking a lot of the synthetic marijuana.
A statewide effort to get synthetic marijuana and other designer manufactured type drugs off the store shelves appears to be working. Deputies are on the lookout. Retailers, they can face fines and possible jail time if caught selling it. Sheriff.
Education here, like any drug or narcotic, is what the parents need to be doing, because what we're trying to do is clean this stuff out of all the stores.
And these busts should go a long way in starting to do that.
I hope so, and I hope that the convenience stores are looking at what it is that we're doing and they heed our advice.
Sheriff, you know, it's been 4 years since the brutal murder of Kathleen Briles in her Terracea home she shared with her husband, Dr. James Briles. Delmer Smith was arrested and eventually convicted for killing Kathleen. Well, after a long wait for justice, Smith was recently sentenced to death.
She was just at that point in her life where she could relax and enjoy herself and look at what she'd accomplished, do some things for herself. She'd gone back to school, and Kathleen never got to see Mason and never got to see her son come home from the war safely either. It's such a shame that she's not able to appreciate and have this time to appreciate the successes of her children. I want to thank my family. They've been so strong through all this, and they propped this old man up, and all he could do is sit on the edge of a bed and cry.
My heart goes out to the Briles family, and I am just excited that the verdict was what it was and that the sentencing was what it was. This is justice that has been done in this particular case. And this is a vicious, vicious man, and hope he never, ever sees the light of day again.
Certainly was a long time coming, and what the family went through I mean, you just can't imagine something
Well,
like that.
and we talked with Dr. Briles early on, telling him that, once that arrest was made, this could go on and on and on. And, in fact, there's going to be an appeal process to the death penalty. So this is something that he'll continue to deal with and will continue to deal with for a few more years.
All right, don't go away. We'll have more Sheriff's Patrol right after this.
An innocent woman sits in her home when the phone rings.
Hello?
Hey, Grandma.
On the other end is the scammer.
Hey, I got arrested.
Never give out personal information over the phone unless you initiated the call.
Easy money.
So, you want to be a part of a criminal street gang? You just might want to think about it. Joining a street gang is wrong. It could be dead wrong.
At NASCAR, we spend a lot of time and energy making sure racing is competitive and safe. We analyze every part of the race to gain an advantage, and we use the latest safety systems to protect ourselves. The most important safety device we have, you can use it too. The safety belt. Wearing a safety belt reduces the risk of serious injury or death in a collision by 50%. For yourself and your family, make sure everyone wears a safety belt. Every time, every trip. Hey, wait for me.
My name's Brandon. I'm 9 years old, being alcoholic.
Hi, Brandon.
I'll start drinking with the older kids. And whatever they do, I'll do.
Kids who drink before age 15 are 5 times more likely to have alcohol problems when they're adults. So start talking before they start drinking.
I know it'll start with alcohol. I'm just not sure how it's gonna end.
You taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, a 9-iron, the net. Even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
If only everyone would take a moment to lock your car, we could drastically reduce vehicle burglaries.
Welcome back to Sheriff's Patrol. Along with Manatee County Sheriff Brad Stubbe, I'm Dave Bristow. Because of the high number of retirees in our area, the Sheriff's Office sees a variety of scams against the elderly. Crime Prevention Specialist Alan Fifield has some information on one particular scam.
Criminals don't have to be violent or use a weapon to commit a crime. The new weapon of choice? The telephone. A simple phone call to you is being used to steal your identification and your money. An innocent woman sits in her home when the phone rings.
Hello?
Hey, Grandma.
On the other end is the scammer.
Hey, I got arrested.
What happened?
I'm at the jail now in Canada.
In Canada?
He's about to make this woman believe that he is her grandson and needs her help.
Oh my. Well, how much do you need?
The scammer tells the lady he's in jail and needs $3,500 to bond out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they said you can wire transfer it to me.
Well, where do I send it?
The trusting grandparent is willing to do anything to help her grandson that she loves very much.
Yeah, they said you can wire transfer it.
Okay.
And will eventually make her way to a wire transfer service to send him the money he needs.
Okay, honey.
The problem?
Okay, I'll do that right now. Love you.
All right, thank you so much, Grandma.
The young man on the other end is not her grandson
Hey, bye, honey.
and is about to hit the jackpot.
Easy money.
Remember, never give out personal information over the phone unless you initiated the call. Always check to see that the information you were given is true and accurate from the caller. This lady could have simply called her family to check to see if her grandson had truly been arrested. I'm Deputy Alan Fifield. Sheriff?
Alan, that's a great job of informing the public. And I would just tell everyone that you need information on any of these scams. Our crime prevention folks are on top of this stuff, and they will go anywhere in our community to give that information out.
No doubt about it. Turning to news from the Sheriff's Office, we have several Deputies of the Month to tell you about. Pilot Steve Wellman and Deputy Ray Sanders from the Aviation Unit, along with Deputy Billy Wilson, helped save a hiker who was lost in the Edward Chance Preserve in East Manatee County. Also, congratulations to Deputy Joseph Scott for performing CPR on a child who nearly drowned in a family swimming pool. Our Employee of the Month is Kathy Wilkins from Information and Technology Section. And lots of promotions to pass along. Let's start with first-class deputies Matthew Kuntz, Julio Jordan Escalona, Jolene Darbone, James O'Brien, and Patrick Dryman. NSO's newest sergeants, Jamie Wilder, Aaron Bradley, Howard Porter, and Gary Thomas. Andy Ramdeath and Richard Reitz are now lieutenants, and getting promoted to captain are Todd Shear and Lorenzo Laters, and of course Rick Gherkin. Finally, William B.G. Dixon moves from captain to major, and in the civilian ranks, Sally Vreeland, Pamela Followill, and Brian Ogle have been promoted to communications supervisor, and Carol Latacina is now director of human resources. Moving to years of service, hitting the 20-year mark are William McNeil, Susie Brown, and Paula Lallimore. The 25-year awards go to B.G. Dixon, Gary Salmons, Marty Stanley, Muna K. Wilson, Keith Nordsey, and Gary Solito. And with a remarkable 38 years of service, Reserve Major Kevin Webb. Now for retirements, Deborah Miner, Gerald Call, Sally Ellison, Pete Ramponi, Randy Weiss, and Jill Martin. Sheriff, just a ton of movement in the last couple of months.
And it seems to be that we're following a pattern here. We've had so many retirements in the last couple of years. And yes, we're moving people up as we go, and gives everybody a great opportunity here.
No doubt about it. And some of the changes we've had, Sheriff, at the captain slot. We have 2 new captains that are commanding our patrol districts, and we wanted to talk to those 3 captains and get an idea of just what's going on in all 3 districts.
I'm Rick Gherkin. I'm the district commander, newly appointed to District 1. The boundaries of District 1 are from 1st Street over to I-75, from the Manatee River to University Parkway. One of the unique challenges about the District 1 area is the mixture of residential and commercial properties within those boundaries. As you know, the commercial market is really taking off along University Parkway, State Road 70, as well as State Road 64. These create some unique areas that need to be addressed and partnerships that need to be formed with the new commercial businesses that are going in, as well as maintaining our partnership with the community and the residents that live within those areas.
I'm Dan Kaufman. I'm the patrol commander for the West District. I've been at District 2 for 6.5 years. The boundaries for District 2, I have 15th Street East to 69th Avenue, to the city limits of Bradenton, out to the beaches. Okay, one of the challenges facing District 2 is South County has always had some high crime areas, hot spots, if you will, with some dense population. So this year we're really focusing on reducing the crime and having some buy-in with the community and working on those relationships. One of the people we work hand in hand with is Ramona Lewis. She has been a fantastic advocate for us at District 2 in the Sheriff's Office, and we really look forward to working with her in the future.
Captain Lorenzo Waiters. I'm the District Commander of District 3. My area is comprised of everything north of Manatee River and east of I-75. And it's one of the fastest growing areas within the county. And with that, we have challenges with crime within that area. We continue to work with the communities within that area with neighborhood watches and things of such. We, the Sheriff's Office, know that we can't fight crime all by ourselves. So we need the community to work with us. And with that, we know that we can fight crime together as one. Just to let you know that the three of us, we do work together. And at any time that you want to call us, you can. Or you can stop by one of the districts. You can find our information on the Sheriff's Office website.
The district captains, the patrol district captains, extremely important in what we've been doing for the last several years, because we actually split the community up, and these folks are in charge of that area, and they're also responsible for the crime that goes on in that area. So this is good move, great people in good positions here, and I think we'll do well.
All right, we'll have more Sheriff's Patrol right after this short timeout.
Just got a little flyer for you, a little information, okay?
Our volunteers, I would say they saved the Sheriff's Office over $100,000.
Thank you much.
That's where the volunteers come in, and they help us greatly with helping out.
Is gang life what you want?
I want it to be cool, I guess. Selling drugs, robbing, it's crazy. There's a real good chance you're gonna lose your life. Paranoid every day, looking over your shoulder everywhere you go. I chose the street life over education, and now I'm going to the penitentiary for it.
Gang life is jail life.
On June 4th, my big brother was sentenced to 7 years in prison for a gun crime. That day, he sentenced me to 7 years without my best friend.
When you commit a gun crime, your family pays the price.
This is a crime prevention alert. Home burglaries can be prevented by following these simple tips. Always lock your windows and doors. Keep areas around your property well lit. If you see unusual or suspicious activity, report it. And never open a door to someone you don't know. For more information, contact our crime prevention section or visit us online at manateesheriff.com.
So that math test today was like really difficult, wasn't it? I seriously thought. I wish she would shower every once in a while. Did she just go to the bathroom? I think she would have fixed her hair.
Hey Kendall, I was wondering if maybe you wanted to hang out this weekend? Sorry, I don't think it's gonna work out. Okay.
Hey, I heard you asked out Kendall. I didn't know you liked girls.
Little by little, it all adds up.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sheriff's Patrol. You know, the Sheriff's Office is using more and more volunteers. Some of these volunteers are community service aides.
Typical day for me as a VCSO, which is a volunteer community service officer, is I try to do my best to assist the deputies.
They help out in all areas of the Sheriff's Office, anywhere from records, fingerprinting, crime scene, especially out here on the road. It frees up the patrol deputy from taking him out of his area. They stay out in their area and take care of major calls and calls of crime. And the volunteers will assist by helping them out.
I am patrolling through neighborhoods like this one, and we look for open garage doors that are unattended. And when we find them, we have door hangers that are produced by the Sheriff's Department that say, if I were a thief, I would have had enough time to take valuables from your garage. What they don't understand is that a thief takes about half that much time and their golf clubs are gone. Their pressure washer is gone. A thief would park there.
And you know, with that being done, majority of the time, we'll get a phone call feedback from the community, from that resident, thanking us for letting them know that, hey, I could had someone steal something from me, but this way they know that we're being out in the communities and keeping everybody aware of what could happen.
I'm looking for people who have abused the handicap parking rule.
What our volunteers are trained to do, to go into these such as shopping center parking lots and look at the handicap parking only. And if a vehicle is found in violation of that, they're parked without a display of their permit.
Or expired. A lot of times we will find people who have been issued temporary placards for a short-term injury, and 10 years later they're still trying to use them.
We actually will give them a parking citation for that violation. So they're trained into making an observation of this and write the tickets for that.
It's going to cost them $255, which is the fee. Show me out at 1101.
Not only the parking citations, but they also go through communities, put door hangers out for sexual offenders that are living in the neighborhood.
We inform the persons and let them know that the offender is in their neighborhood. How you doing? You understand that? All right, dear. Thank you very much. Just got a little flyer for you, a little information, okay?
While they're doing that, that also helps the Sheriff's Office out, because they'll pick up from the residents any information that they may have, such as a suspicious activity going on.
They throw rocks at us.
Maybe they didn't call it in, but they see a representative from the Sheriff's Office. They come up to the volunteer and say, hey, by the way, did you know this is happening? And then they will relate that to us, the law enforcement side, and we can act on that. So the Volunteers is an awesome program, and they help us out a lot.
I wave to the tellers just to make sure that they know I'm here and they acknowledge my presence, and they know that the Sheriff's Department is doing their job and being here.
I know last year, our volunteers, I would say they saved the Sheriff's Office over $100,000.
Thank you much.
And thousands of hours, where that saved patrol from going to a call like this or responding to a car accident to do traffic control. That's where the volunteers come in, and they help us greatly with helping out what they do.
Whatever is required of me that keeps the deputy doing what the deputy does, which is protecting the community.
This is one of the best programs that we ever started. We have so many people in our community that want to volunteer, and these folks do so much for us that allows our deputies and our other certified people to go about their business knowing that these things are going to be taken care of.
And you know, Sheriff, we can always use more volunteers, but we also need paid employees, and specifically school crossing guards. With the new school year upon us, MSO is looking for crossing guards to help keep our children safe. So if you're interested, go to www.manateesheriff.com or just give us a call at 747-3011. Sheriff, it's really a pretty good part-time job.
And if someone is looking to spend a few hours with kids, this is extremely important what they do. They're crossing our kids every day at sometimes really, really busy intersections, and they do a fantastic job.
Finally, on Sheriff's Patrol, a new basketball court was dedicated at the Police Athletic League recently. A big thank you to It Works Global for their generous donation to complete the project. Deputy Ralph Bryant says the court will be put to good use.
What we're doing is we have 6 teams that travel in the gym. We don't have enough space or time to cover them with coming in the afternoon after the schools. So the court itself allows us to have one of the teams or 2 of the teams practice outside to get that extra day that we needed per week for each team. because we travel and a couple of our teams are playing elite now, so they need a little more practice than the other teams. And as far as during our youth season, that allowed us to expand because we had to turn kids away because we didn't have enough space to practice, and it's only so many hours in the evening. Now we can have at least 4 extra teams because of the court. It adds that extra night, 4 extra nights actually. We give them that opportunity. They don't have to travel out to 59th Street or anything. That's the closest place right now. But right now, as far as the gym, with the kids, we teach them a little more than just basketball. So with them being to stay in the area, we take them on the trips. We do that to show them things, expose them to things that they might not get. But we try to bring in the kids from this area. We do have kids that come in from out of the area to play, but we grab the players that are here. And unlike when we go on travel basketball, unlike the other teams that recruit from other places, we take the kids from here. So the kids that come in from here, and we teach them to be able to play against those. But these courts and like the building itself, and us as a program, with myself and the deputy Houston, we're also mentors, so we're bringing that together and teaching them more than just basketball.
And of course, if you need information on any of our programs at PAL, go to manateepal.org. That'll do it for Sheriff's Patrol. A reminder, you can join us on Facebook and Twitter. Just go to the Sheriff's Office website, manateesheriff.com. For Sheriff Brad Stubbe, I'm Dave Bristow. So long, everyone.